Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another interesting beer review and another Oberfränkisches Lagerbier. This one is from Brauerei Drei, Kronen, located in Scheßlitz, and it's one of three breweries from the Frankonian area with the name Drei Kronen. The other ones is from Aischinger and Memmelsdorf, but this one is from the town Scheßlitz, and I think it's their most sold one. It's their Lagerbier called Schäazer Kronabier, and it's one that I've been looking forward to a lot. You see that it comes with this crown cap, which is looking real nice in my opinion. The label, here you see the top label, and here you see the big label. It all looks really nice in my opinion, and that's one of the reasons for why I've been looking forward to it a lot. It's of course the first one from this brewer, as always, that I'm having on the channel. Annual output 1000 hectoliters as far as I remember, and you see the sign right here also that all these Frankonian breweries is having a sign like this at the door that is hanging out, and Schäazer Kronabier is the name of this one, as you can see. Really looking nice. I like the color combination of this label with black, white, red and yellow. Fits nice together, I would say. And first of all, I'm going to give you some information about this brewer that I found on the Beer Wanderers website. I'm going to also give you the link to the brewer's website, which seems to be offline for some reason, but I remember that I've been visiting it before while it was online, so I'm going to give it to you anyway in the description box below, so feel free to check it out as well if you manage to visit it anyway. Scheßlitz is a small town with some interesting old buildings to check out while you wait for the Drei Kronen to open up, or if you're waiting for the somewhat infrequent buses plying this bus route between Bamberg and Bayreuth. There are some walking trails heading in various directions, often to yet another great Frankonian brewery. There were once 3 breweries in Scheßlitz, but only one remains. One other one was Bart Sengel, I remember, if I remember correctly. They are making a lot of effort to stay traditional, but still go with the times and are well worth supporting. So if in town, by means stop for great beer. Hauptstraße 39 in Scheßlitz. Kronabier, the annual output 1,500 hectoliters. Founded 1669, the Drei Kronen is the only one remaining of the once 3 proud small brewers to grace this small town. It's the oldest brewery and is amazingly still in the Lindner family, with a Lindner still at the brewing helm, no less. Though it remains very traditional, the small but feisty brewery has taken to the craft beer revolution, finally making its way to Germany. It now makes some additional beers to their classic Schäazer Kronabier. It was first in Scheßlitz 2003, and its small atmospheric interior was full of old charm and was very new to me at the time. I often wondered if it remained the same, and after having some of their beers at the festival in Munich, I had to return. I finally got back there in 2018, and though updated with some nice touches with regarded decoration at the pub, it had still a local feel. The service was friendly even if we only stopped for a beer. They had a small but varied menu with some items not found in most Frankonian brew pubs. We'd eaten a big breakfast and had a fair hike in front of us, so opted to just have a beer. I opted for the seasonal bock, and it was a gorgeous one. My wife ordered the Lagerbier, and it was lovely too. And about the Schäazer Kronabier, we can read brewery Drei Kronen, town Scheßlitz, style Helles, color golden, head white ample, nose hint of cereal, body medium overcarbonated, palate fruity dry, some cereal hoppy, finish clean slightly bitter, served on top of the brewery. Impression: I hadn't been to the Drei Kronen over a dozen years, but ran across this beer at the Munich a couple of years ago and vowed to get back. I was in the area to do a beer hike to another local brewery a few kilometers away, and had to stop in even for a quick one. It had been spruced up a bit, but still felt very local. Along with having their bock, I finally got to have their Kronabier on site again. I'm not a big fan of these tall mugs. They make the pouring beers take longer and often it get rushed, resulting in too much carbonation. It had taken quite a while to get our beer despite it not being busy, and it was surely due to this. The bock was perfect, and this was at the very fizzy side. This should be in a krug, nice and with wide, or better from a gravity barrel, as it was once upon a time. All that said, once the beer calmed down, it was nice dry quaffer, and I could easily drink a few of these in a session. Of course, I'm going to also read through the information that I'm having in my books about brews from Franconia, as I used to do, as always. We have, for example, this book right here, and you see Brauerei Drei Kronen in Scheßlitz, and their beers and the information, and here you see the sign, just the way it is on the label that I showed you. Information founded 1749, Josef Lindner is the brewmaster, annual output 1000 hectoliters, der Klassiker Schäazer Kronabier. Gutes gegenüber der Kirche Josef Lindner für viele einfach der selber leitete die Traditionsbrauerei als Vertreter der 6. Generation und verwendet vor allem regionale Rohstoffe für seine ausgezeichneten Biere. Das sind die übrigens im wahrsten Sinne der Wortes. Beispielsweise bekam der Weißenbock 2008 der European Beer Star in Gold. Weitere Auszeichnungen folgten. Gemeinsam mit dem ehemaligen deutschen Meister der Biersommeliers Dominik Maldoner kreierte es den Franconia Pale Ale, eines unserer absoluten Lieblingsbier, insbesondere in der fast gelagerten Variante. Weitere Awards folgten unter 2016 für Roggenbier und Weißenbock. Schäazer Kronabier, 6 urische Tische laden zur typisch fränkischen Brauwirtshausgemütlichkeit ein. Die dicken dunklen Holzbalken haben schon viel erlebt. Von dem sympathischen Chef Josef Lindner aus jede Menge erzählen kann. Beispielsweise, dass als es Kind noch die traditionellen Saumärkte und vor allem die einschließenden ausführlichen Wirtshausbesuche der Bauern bei Saurer Fleck und Kronabier erlebt hat. Der Name Drei Kronen kommt in der hiesigen Gegend relativ häufig und verrührt wohl, da das Oberfranken im 30-jährigen Krieg von Schweden besetzt war, deren lokale Statthalter nicht in einer Kaserne, sondern jeweils im besten Wirtshaus des Dorfes residieren. Und die 3 Kronen aus dem Schwedenwappen gab der Gaststuben dann jeweils ihren Namen. Brauerei Gasthof 3 Kronen. And of course, as you might know, I do have another book about brews in Franconia, which I'm going to show to you also, of course. And it's this one right here. And there you see Drei Kronen, picture of the brewer right here. Which is saying Josef Lindner Schäazer Kronabier besteht 1749 Biersorten Kronabier, which is lager, premium 1837 dunkel, weißenhell. Meist getrunken Kronabier, annual output 1500 hectoliters, Brauerei Gasthof 3 Kronen. So that's the information. Now over to the tasting part, my favorite part of the review, of course. And well, let's look at the label. This very, very good looking label, in my opinion. Brauerei Drei Kronen, Schäazer Kronabier. Looking really nice, doesn't it? I hope you agree with that. Lager Bier, does it say right here. Original Lagerbier Schäazer. Gebraut nach dem bayerischen Reinheitsgebot von 1516. Zutaten: Wasser, Gerste, Malz, Hopfen. Brauerei Drei Kronen, Brauerei Füllung, Alcohol content 5.1% volume. Schäazer Kronabier Lagerbier seit 1747. Gebraut nach dem bayerischen Reinheitsgebot. Brauerei Drei Kronen, Scheßlitz, Hauptstraße 39, and there's the telephone number also as well as usual, and no website. With that said, I think it's time to open up this bottle. And pour it into a glass, of course, for the beer style. Nice fitting glass, in my opinion. And you see that it's a very typical thick white 3-finger foam crown, which is actually very thick, as you can see, and it's very important to build it up in for several reasons. You can see meanwhile all the small bubbles rising up right here, which is also a quality sign, but the pouring, creating this big white thick foam crown, is important. You unleash the right aromas from the hops, and you also this foam helps the right taste to be kept in the glass, as you used to say, so keep it all the way through. That's my opinion, at least. That's what I try to do, keeping it all the way through. This is just looking beautiful with all the small bubbles, so I hope you can see, looking fantastic. Let's get the aroma. This is very, very typical for the Franconian lager, I would say. Rich in taste, easy to see through, quite not extremely pale, but still a pale lager beer. It's not extremely pale. I prefer maybe the these ones instead of the very pale ones, and especially I'm glad that it's not a Bavarian Helles, because they tend to be very mild in taste. The Franconian lager beers is much more rich in taste, having some other elements in it, I would say. This is a very good example of this one. So there we have it all, with this Schäazer Kronabier and the big white foam crown. So let's give it a try. The Drei, Kronen, Scheßlitz, Schäazer Kronabier, Prost. It's of course amazing. I can easily feel some caramel maltiness, which is surprising and very positive. It adds something compared to the normal pale beers, and it also reminds me of the Kronabier taste a little bit regarding that maltiness, but overall very well balanced, very, very nice Kronabier, or lager beer I would say, as but they call their lager beer for Kronabier, and I understand why it's very, very popular and loved. Very well balanced. Not the hops taste or the maltiness is taking over in any way. It's simply just very, very well balanced in my opinion. So this is a big thumbs up for the Schäazer Kronabier from Drei Kronen. Yeah, that's it. That's the Drei Kronen Schäazer Kronabier from Scheßlitz, and it's very, very great. So I hope you do some research and find more information about it, and support this brew, because this small brews really need support. So that's it for now. Hope you like my reviews. Continue to follow my channel for more interesting Franconian beer reviews, and see you again in the next Franconian beer review.